We are learning new information about a new investigation into Wichita's Spirit AeroSystems launched by the Attorney General of Texas. It's connected to the scrutiny both Spirit and Boeing have faced following the door blowout on a Boeing 737 earlier this year. Republican Texas AG Ken Paxton asked the company to turn over more than 2 years worth of documents about flaws in manufacturing and any company efforts to create a diverse workforce. The request goes into detail about whether diversity efforts are, quote, compromising the company's manufacturing processes. Paxton seeking a breakdown of Spirit's workforce by race, sexual orientation, and other factors, and whether the makeup has changed over time. In a statement, Spirit says it does not comment on company investigations and is wholly focused on providing the highest quality products to all customers, including Boeing.